Hey guys, JoNay here. So as you've probably noticed, my channel has been pretty inactive lately. That's because BMS 4.33 multiplayer does not exist in a state that is conducive to the needs of myself or my squadron. And it's becoming increasingly more difficult also just to find people who are motivated to fly co-op as well. So I've decided that to keep myself entertained over the next little while, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a bit of an experiment. So I fragged myself a single-player campaign here. This is Iron Fortress, ace level difficulty. So ace level for the enemy AI flights, ace for enemy air defense assets, and also ace for the campaign engine itself. But what I'm going to do with this campaign to make it unique and interesting, I'm going to do this like one-man army style. So there's going to be no other friendly AI flights at all, with a couple of rules and exceptions. So let's get into the ROEs for this. Rule number one, like I just said, no friendly AI fighters. So I've already gone ahead and gone to all the fighter squadrons through the order of battle. And I've set everything to not fragged by HQ. So, for example, Kunsan, which is a block 50 base, I unchecked the box that is set by HQ. So I've gone and done that for all fighter squadrons. So I'm not going to have anybody flying with me, no human pilots, and no AI fighters either, not even as wingmen. And there's going to be no bar caps or DCA or OCA ops at all. Rule number two, all AI attack aircraft and bombers are also going to be disabled unless they are part of a package as fragged by me. So I've also gone and disabled all of the attack squadrons and bomber squadrons as well. The only time I'm going to allow them is if they're part of a package. So I might go, for example, do seed escort or something for a flight of A-10s to come in and do some damage on a tank column. But I'm not going to have any kind of attack flights or bomber flights just being auto-fragged on, CAS flights along the FLOT or, deep strike strat bombing missions. There's going to be nothing like that going on. The only squadrons I do have auto-fragged are squadrons like cavalry. So this is like a helicopter squadron. I've disabled the attack helicopters from this squadron, but the cavalry flights are going to be in play, as well as, what was the other one here? Yeah, like airlift squadrons are also going to be regularly fragged. So that's like C-130s running supplies around to where they need to go. And I also have intel flights, so like AWACS and JSTARS flights coming out of the carrier group, as well as what's the space called? Fukuoka. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but this base out of Japan is going to have some auto-fragged like AWACS flights as well. All right, so rule number three in our ROEs is going to be all weapons except for nukes are going to be in play. So in the past, I've kind of shied away from using weapons like JSOWs because I consider them to be kind of OP in this simulation. But I am going to be using them just because I'm going to need to inflict as much damage as I can if I want to get this done. So that brings us to rule number four. I'm going to be doing 4 flights per campaign day. So one in the morning, sometime between like 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. campaign time. Another probably around noon or, early afternoonish, maybe noon to 2 p.m. Another kind of closer to dusk, so probably around 6 to 7 p.m. And then I'm going to do a night flight on every campaign day as well. So that'll be around midnight to 2 a.m., something like that. And I'm going to be rotating out of 3 bases mainly. So I'm not sure which base I'm going to start at, but I'm going to be rotating through the carrier group. So I'll be flying F-18 Block Charlies out from the Vincent over here. I'm going to be also rotating through, what is this, Pusan, I think? Pohang. I'm going to be flying F-16 Charlie Block 40s from Pohang. And I'm going to be flying F-16 Charlie Block 50s from Kunsan. There's 2 other fighter bases here, which I think are right here. Sachon, which I believe is F-18 Charlies, the CF-18s, like Canadian ones and as well as Australian ones. And there's also another Block 40 base, I think over here, Pusan. I'm only going to use these 2 bases as like backups in case any of my forward 3 locations get hit by the DPRK and they're down to 0%. Then I'll be using them as kind of backup airfields. But otherwise, I'm just going to stick to these 3 mainly and rotate through them regularly, like I said, through the 4 flights per campaign day. So I think that's all I could think of for rules of engagement. If I think of any more rules, I'll add them or amend them as I go. I'm really not sure what to expect with this squadron. I don't know. I might just get steamrolled in a day or 2 by the AI, or maybe it won't be as hard as I think. I'm not really sure what to expect. But yeah, I'll upload some videos. I'm not going to upload every video for sure because if this campaign goes like 20 some days, that's 20 times 4, that's like 80 flights. Even if I do a flight every single day, which I definitely won't be able to do with work and social life and stuff, that would be like almost 3 months of flying. So it's gonna take a while, and I'll probably just upload the interesting flights and stuff, because if I upload every single flight to YouTube, that's just way too much pollution for sure. So yeah, I'll upload any kind of flight that I think is interesting, has something to, I don't know, something to demonstrate, I guess. Okay, so I think that's all I could really think of to say in this introductory video. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy. Wish me luck. I'm going to need it. Okay, thanks for watching.